we've got quite a few risks of doing this kind of a business in Kenya. So in terms of technical abilities and what's being taught in our curriculums and around the world, this is all cutting edge stuff. You know, what we're doing is at the forefront of manufacturing in the world, not just in Africa and not just in Kenya. So I mean, this technology is new everywhere in the world. So the challenge for us is actually upskilling and training people and growing our team. And so what we've done to counter that is we've started developing our own in-house training, and we want to train people to be able to design, to democratize the whole design process, and lift it in a way that, you know, as Kenyans, Jua Kali is part of our blood. You know, we've been doing this for many years, where people make stuff, and now we're basically trying to make it easier for them to do that. The ideas are there. I just need to train people. How do we bring them to a platform like this, where hands-free, I'm running a little factory without even, you know, having to manually work on it. So it's all automated. And this really opens up the possibility for us to make all our own products and not have to rely on importation. So that, you know, that's one of the risks. The other risks, obviously, our infrastructure is not the best. So we get a lot of power cuts and power failures. Now, with 3D printing in particular, any sort of power fluctuation and you lose whatever you're printing. So just imagine I was printing something that's 100 hours long, and at the 90-hour mark, the power goes, I lose everything that that was printing for 90 hours at that time. So we've had to invest a lot in power backup systems, just to ensure that these machines are continuously running. And I guess the other risk that we have taken is that we've ventured into something very new. You know, not many people understand the potential of what 3D printing can offer. So I find that I spend a lot of time educating our clients. You know, we got to spend a lot of time with them and really make them understand what's possible. And also, we have to understand from their point of view what their needs are. So to convert a sale, it takes quite a long time. And obviously the risk in that is that the longer we spend trying to sell something and not selling something, we run the risk of you know, losing a lot of business. Yeah, so if we set up a very strong, solid foundation and a really good idea of how people can innovate and how 3D printing can help, we can really expand our market. So yeah, this was an interesting challenge. So when you have the ability to make anything, your pricing strategy has to be that flexible. You know, so today we could make something this small, or tomorrow we can make something 2 meters big. So the way our pricing works, it's all an algorithm that we calculated based on how long it takes to produce the item and how much material that we're going to use. So it's actually very transparent. You know, we walk our clients through, this is how the process works, yeah, that's pretty much how we price it. So you can have something that's like, you know, something as small as 50 shillings, or something that can be 500,000 shillings. So the range is massive, and it all depends on what the client's needs are, how big the product is, how long it's going to take, what material is going to be used. So there are quite a few factors. Yeah, and then there is a kind of fee for designing as well. So if someone has an idea but they haven't done the 3D design, we can design it for them at a small fee, and you can turn, you know, some paper sketches into something in 3D in a matter of a few hours, put it on the machine, print it. The next day the client has the item that they envisioned. Primarily focusing in the Kenyan market. We've done a couple of sales outside in the East African region, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, and a few prints have actually gone overseas to Germany and to the US. But the way 3D printing works is it's so democratized that we can just send the digital files and someone in Germany will print, or someone in the UK can print. And all we do is we set up the proprietary information. I'll give you an example. When we went into lockdown when COVID started, it was about March 2020. We created some files for a face guard, right? And you know, the maker community was really big at the time, and people were designing stuff, sharing our designs all over the world. So we optimized one of the designs and put our input and gave our tips of how to produce this the best way. And we made those files open source online, and people all over the world were using it. So in essence, that we've managed to reach everyone around the world with simple digital design that they can print from any printer in the world. The future for ultra-red technologies is to change how we manufacture in Kenya. And it's going to happen all over the world. When you have a machine that's capable of pretty much doing anything, where you have no limitations, you can use any kind of materials, you can print any kind of shape, this is really going to impact how we design and how we produce things. There's going to be a time when the mass-produced items that you go to see at the supermarkets are done. Now you can get things that are customized, that are more fit for use, and it's happening all over the world. I can show you, I'm wearing a pair of 3D printed sneakers right here. So this kind of a sole, this kind of a sole that Adidas uses is 3D printed. Now, if a company as big as Adidas is 3D printing as part of their production line, where does it stop? I think everything eventually will be 3D printed.